Hi again, welcome back. This flow is based around some Sun Salutation work, introducing a little bit more strength into our flow and extending through the spine, the hamstrings, and in rotation. So please enjoy. I want you just to set yourself in through the center. Push the stems of your thumbs in towards your sternum, closing your eyes if it feels nice. I want you to feel how you feel while standing. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears, the belly in towards the spine. Take a gentle roll forwards and backwards onto those heels, not allowing your body to go too far. And then sweeping gently over to the right side and gently over to the left side. Side to side and forward and back, and then take a circle. Circle the body through, switching on the core just to feel that your body stays nice and level, and circle the other way. So we want to feel light and lifted up to the top of the head, but grounded in through the feet. And then find your decreasing size of your circle and stop gently in the middle. Find an even weight through the right and left, spread the toes, roll gently to the balls of the feet and land the heels. Draw the chin down towards the chest, lengthen through the back of the neck, blink the eyes open, and then soften through your knees. Release your hands and rolling all the way down. Visualize you've got a nice heavy weight in those hands. Let go through your spine, reaching down, not too far if your back's a little bit stiff right now. Rolling in. And then fingertips to the floor and just come to a halfway lift. If you want to bring your hands to your shins, come into that halfway lift. Bending the knees gently, and then we're going to rise all the way up. Inhaling, float the arms up. Our gaze follows the hands, and then bring your hands all the way back into center. Go again, inhale. Taking the slight back bend, looking up and slightly back, and exhale. And one more, inhale. And exhale. Nice, this time we come up. Keep the hands here, and then slight bend over to the side. Focus on your bottom hand. We're going to drop it round. We're going to give ourselves a half a hug around the waistline, all down to the hip, and then back up. Stay here. Just tap the fingers and then release away. Into the side, open through that shoulder, and one more. Tap, and sweep it down again, 3 times. Taking the eye gaze up slightly, and then over. Finding that side bend, and then rising up to center. Over to the other side. Take that on an out breath. Ease away into the opposite hips, sweep the arm down, and up. Tap the fingers, and down, and up. Nice, and one more. Dropping in, and up, hold, sink, and inhale, lift to the center. From here, let's take a back bend. So we're slightly going back, pushing the thighs forward, the belly forward, the hips forward. Engage the glutes, taking the head back, looking back. Spin the hands at the top, lead with your little fingers, and then big circle around with the arms. Slight knee bend, and rise. Up, spin the hands, circle back, leaning back, open the heart, open the chest, and sweep. And circle, and one more, and sweep. Good. We're gonna hold it here, lift the arms in front, sink into intense, and then we sweep the arms up nice and wide. Holding here, gently float the arms down, and toe heel the feet a little bit wider on your mat here. So we sink back into the heels, pushing the hips nice and low. Float the arms wide. dropping into that half squat. Sweep right hand across and then pull open. And then the left hand across and pull open and stand tall. And spin the hands, sweep round, come back into intense, arms forward, arms float. Right arm comes over, bow and arrow, pulling back and back. So we're locking and loading those legs, stand tall. Just one more, circle the hands, lead with the little fingers open, the shoulders, sweep. And widen. And one more, sweep it through. And pull. And sweep. And pull, good. Folding in, release to the floor. Pedal out those heels. Ease out. So bring lots of weight into the hands. Pedal through your heels. Lots of knee bend here if you need it. Now walking those fingers in. You're going to walk the hands around to that right side. Lengthen out through the back of the body. Soften through the head. Nod and shake your head. Let go of any tension in your neck. And then walk around to the other side. Stretching out the side body. Nodding, shaking the head. Nice, and bring the hands into center. And toe heel the feet just that little bit wider. Now we're just going to use the floor to support ourselves and just release from side to side, easing in. So if you feel that you need to take your legs wider, then do. Otherwise, lots of support here, softening out through the hips. Long in one leg, bent in the other leg. Good. So from here, we walk the hands across to the right side. Find a gentle pull, just the elbow, turning and lifting. And then down into center, cross to the other side, just the elbow. Push gently up and through. Keep this moving. Squeeze. So you're not in the full width of your legs just yet. You're just easing through and up. Now we're going to come all the way around this time. Float the arm from the bottom, up with the elbow, and then lift the arm. Rotation and down. Pivot to the other side, adjusting the feet if you need to. Pivot, lift. Nice. And then to center. One more each side. Reach. Inhaling as you rise. Exhale as you release. Last one here. Nice. And then come in. Bring your hands forward. Turn the toes forward. Lengthening out. Bring the weight over the hands. And then back away into the heels. Over the hands, back to the heels. Over the hands, one more, and back to the heels. Nice, bring those fingers in, lots of support here. Spin your heels back in. You're gonna bring your hands up towards the knees, lifting up the head. Just sway from side to side. So lots of push here, pushing the knees back so they're away over the little toes. And you're going to drop in, drop, and drop. I particularly like this one through my back. And drop. Easing that shoulder, the bottom shoulder drops in. Come as deep as you need to. So if you only feel like you want to stay higher, fine. Sinking in. And the last one here, dropping in. Push. Ease off through the back of your body. And push. Good. Okay, so we're going to breathe in through the center. Exhale down. In through the center, so you're a bit warmer now. And exhale down. Good. Now come in. And drop. So So from here, let's lift the torso up, stay here, push away, gather in, and then exhale down, and inhale, lift. So the depth of your squat, push away in the chest, and gather in, pressing down, and lift. Good, one more here. Drop. Not dropping your squat as far as if you don't need to, okay? It doesn't have to come so far. Inhale, lift. Holding here. Gonna draw back gently. Pushing the back of your head in towards your wrists, opening and standing nice and tall. Good. Just take some breaths, expand it out through that rib cage. Close the eyes if it feels good. Anchor through your feet. And releasing the hands. Okay, we're going to come around the head, sliding through, and stop here, like you're chopping into a side of a tree, or someone's head off, depends how you feel. Sweep and chop. Around. So coming around the head, opening the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. So remember, you can pivot, turn your feet if you want to. Around the head. One more each side. Work that rotation, ladies and gents. Okay, one more this way. And we're going to hold it here, stay here, peel your left hand back, and bow and arrow here. Shoot your arrow slightly up. Good, come back in, and then slide shoulder height all the way round. Other side, pull back, and in, slide, pull. Good. Now as you get warmer here, we find the depth in that back leg, shooting up. And through. And last one here, pulling back. And lift. Come to center. Exhale all the way down. And that finishes our standing warm-up series. So we're going to work to step back, cross the back of the mat, bring the knees down, and sink gently down into child's pose. Taking a breath, soften into the back of the rib cage. From here we push and ignite into the hands and come gently up into our cat stretch. So we'll push up through cat stretch. This forms the basis of all of our back two practice. Sinking back, and then from here initiate the cow stretch by lifting the head and driving the sternum through the space in your arms and sinking back. Okay, stretch the arms out nice and long, and from here we'll tuck toes and we'll push up into a downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels, lengthen through the back. Soft into those hands. Don't dump all the weight into the wrist. Make sure you put pressure down to the pads of the fingers. Coming back in, knees come down, sinking back, and curling up to cat stretch. So in your cat stretch, let's look up towards the belly button, feel the shoulders, and release. And then initiate the cow by looking all the way up, head lifts, and you come through the space in the chest. Sinking back, hips to heels, lengthen the arms to get the nice alignment for your downward facing dog. Tuck toes, push up and sink back. Pedal into the heels. Nice. And one more through there. So the knees come down, untuck the toes, sinking back. Take the eye gaze back to the toes and then up towards your rib cage. Push up, fill up into your shoulders. Maybe move and mobilize side to side if it feels good. If you feel stiff, sinking back. And then come up through your cow. Let's lift. So taking the back from flexion to extension and maybe mobilize into the hip. Swishing your tail feather back side to side. And then drop in, stretching out the arms, and then tuck toes, push up and find downward facing dog. So we're gently going to walk into the front of the mat, taking your time, come into your forward fold and let go here. Come into a halfway lift as you rise gently up. Soften through the knees, restack your spine and come all the way up. Nice, let's go again. Start your flow from here. Exhale, fold. So let's take the right leg back this time, dropping gently into the knee. From here, making sure your foot is nice and flat, knee in line with ankle. Bring your hands to the inside, find length on the hamstring. Bring your hands back to give yourself lots of support. And then folding in. Good. From here, push the back foot up. Nice strong core. We're taking the foot from the front to the back. Pedal out in your downward facing dog. Good. Coming down onto those knees, come back through your cat-cow, sink. Continually moving now. Curl up, push, exhale. Dropping back. Head, neck and shoulders rise into your cow, pushing forward. Exhaling back, stretching out, downward facing dog. Push. Nice. And float forward. Bring your knees down, untuck your toes, draw your elbows in, keep the chest nice and strong and hover all the way down. Roll the shoulders back, elbows come out. Let's take 3 cobras here. We're stretching out through the back, lift. Set your feet wide if your lower back feels tight. And rising up. Always set the legs in together. That makes it feel just that little bit more intense. And release. Good. Bringing the hands in, pushing back, sink back, hips to heels, tuck toes, downward facing dog, and you're gently walking yourself towards the front of the mat. Nice. And then roll. Up, up, up. Inhale, lift. And go again, exhale. Halfway. Nice, straight back, exhale. Good, your left leg steps back this time. Dropping in gently to the back knee. Hands to the inside, lots of support. Pressing back, lengthen. So option here, the toe comes up, a little bit more intense through the back of the knee, or just leave the foot neutral. And bring it in, back toe comes in, tucks, and then you're pushing up through your hips, step back, pedal out through your heels, coming down gently. So sink into the knees, drop hips to heels, up to cat. Big breath here. Remember some sideways movement if it feels good. Dropping in and into your cow lift. And back. Stretching the arms. Downward facing dog. Good. Lengthen out. Draw the knees down for this round. Tuck the elbows in, like you're holding a piece of paper under the armpits. All the way down. Roll through the shoulders. Now you can take cobra here, or if you're ready and you're warm enough, you can take upward facing dog, peeling the body off the floor. You can keep the knees down and dropping. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And one more. Inhale, lift. Looking up, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, pushing back. Sink through the spine. Downward facing dog. Good. And walking into the front of your mat. Stay here and find a ragdoll pose. So we're holding the elbows here. Let go gently into those elbows. Soften through the back of the neck. Nod and shake your head. Nice. When you're ready, you can rise all the way up. Coming in. So we're going to add take a little way here. Exhale, fold. Sending your right leg back. Same thing again. Dropping in. Lengthen your front leg. This time, ladies, we're going to find a rotation. So we're lifting in towards the leg and back in and sinking in, and we find another rotation with a knee bent and land. Good. Push, step back, downward facing dog. Go through to those knees, right to that very first move, cat-cow. Up you come and back. And we're going to add a move here for some spinal rotation through the middle. Okay, so back into neutral. Inhale, lift the right hand and rotate through. So your front hand, this support hand on the ground, float it up and round, place it in the small of the back. Bring it all the way back round, land the hands, inhale, lift and land. Go straight to the other side. Inhale, float through, bring the arm round, and back. Inhale, lift, and land. Good, downward facing dog. You paddle into the heels. Now we add a little here as well. So also float your right leg up, lift it nice and high, three-legged dog. Option, leave it there or tuck it underneath for an abdominal crunch. Bring the knee to the chest. Back up and then land it, switch legs. Lifting up, weight right to the fingertips, squeezing in, pushing back and release down. Float forward gently, bring the knees down if you need to. Elbows in, all the way down. We take one upward facing dog. If you're feeling tired, you can go cobra with me. Rising up, exhale, lower, hands come in. Now from here, we add a little bit of a strength move. Toes, knees, pop up through the middle, chest and chin here. Pull the elbows in, take a breath in. Exhale, push up. Good. That's one to work on. Tuck toes and downward facing dog. Gently walk yourself into the front of your mat and forward fold. Gently coming up, rising in. Take a little bit of a break here. Bring your hands to your sternum, all the way down. So that one's got a little bit of extra. And rise. And fold. Good. Taking your left leg back this time. Dropping in. Releasing in. Find your hamstring. And then we turn into the leg as we lift. And back. And walk the hands in. Sink into the front hip. And rotate. And release. Good. Tuck the back toe. So let's lift the core nice and strong, push back, and pedal out through the heels. Bringing those knees down, sink through, cat-cow and thread needle, rotation, pushing up, cat stretch, and release, and a cow, lift, and back. And finding that neutral spine, let's lead with the left hand this time, rising up. And float. Use the breath. Front hand comes around. Rotate. Bring the hand in. Rising up. And land. Neutral spine. Core nice and strong. Rising up. Right. Twist. Float. And in. Pushing up. And land. Good. Good, downward facing dog. Now you can stay in your down dog here, just pedaling away, or add the leg lift. So let's lift the left leg first. Extend, knee tucks to chest. Option if you want it, pull and push back. And bring it down. Other side, lift. Exhale, crunch. Lift. And drop. Float forward. Now choice here, off your knees or on your knees. Elbows in, hovering all the way down. Belly to spine. Roll the shoulders back. Up dog or cobra. I'm liking cobra right now. Exhale, lower. Inhale. So let's come into that 8-point staff. 2 feet together, toes, knees, chest and chin. Pull up through the middle. Inhale, exhale, push back. Good girl. Sinking back. Nice. Tuck toes. Stepping back. Okay, walking, hopping, jumping, or stepping to the front of your mat. Good. Set your feet hip width and just let go here. Okay, ladies, we have one more round. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more to that. So rising up gently. Lifting up. And go again. Exhale. Same beginning. Stepping back on that right leg. Dropping in. Know where you're going now. So hamstring extension and rotation. And land the foot. And rotation. And land. Step back. Through those knees. Keep moving. Keep flowing. Sink the hips to heels. Cat stretch, pulling up. This is all familiar ground, pushing back. Cow stretch, lifting up. And back. And through into your neutral spine. Inhale, lift the right side. Now this one we tuck the toes, inhale, lift. Sliding through. Rising up. Keep going, girls. As we come up, we're going to bring the right hand to the right heel into half camel. Lift, float, push the hips forward, engage your glutes, and then float all the way back down. This time you lift the left hand, sliding the left hand through, reaching up, and then left hand to left heel, reaching up and leaning back. 2, 3, soften in. So a little bit more back bend there. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Now remember your choice. You stay down in here pedaling away or take a breather, child's pose, or inhale, lift your right leg. Knee tuck in. Now bring that knee into the same tricep. So to the right tricep, squeezing in. Taking it back. Bringing it down. Change legs, lift. And squeeze. And extend. And release. Good, flow forward. Bring your knees down or stay in your high plank and lower. Rolling in, upward facing dog or cobra, lift. Good, tuck toes, let's come back into that strength move, float forward, down to the floor. You can take a breather here if you want to. We're gonna pulling up, toes, 8 points in the ground. 2 toes, 2 knees, 1, 2 hands, lift the belly, chest, chin, 7, 8. Elbows in, breathe in, up. Good, nice and strong. Well done. Okay, tuck toes. From here we inhale, lift the right leg and we're gonna step through on the right side. Come into a crescent lunge here. Okay, driving up nice and high. Crescent lunge, hold. Nice, and we're gonna roll forward. Bring the left hand to the floor and twist. Now bring that top hand down to the ankle. Pivot your back foot and then we lift up. Now if you want to, you've got this option, elbow to knee here. We lift up, so we're twisting the opposite way, or down on the floor. And then we bring the hands down And you're going to step your back leg in. Forward fold. Rising gently up. And you've got all the same on the other side. Let's go. Inhale. You know exactly where you're going now. Exhale. It's going to be a breeze. Step back, left leg. Dropping in the knee. Extending through the leg. Good. Take that rotation in. And land. And sink. And twist. And sink. Tuck toes. Step back. Coming in through that cat-cow. Knees come down. Sink to child's pose, always in between. Pushing up. And back. And cow lift. And back. And let's come into that rotation, adding our half camel. Let's go. Inhale, lift the left. Sliding through. Land. And lift, tuck the toes. Rising up. Left hand to left heel. Reach. How far back can you come? And release. Landing in. Inhale, lift. Sliding through. And rise. Reach. Back you come. So your eye gaze is up to your hand or down to that bottom hand, whichever feels better for your neck. Bring it down. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Come off those knees. Pedal those heels. So staying here, or we inhale, lift the left leg. Nice big strong breath. Exhale, pull it into the left tricep. Back you come. Drop the foot. One more. Right side, lift. Exhale in. Pushing back. And land. Float forward. Exhale, lower through your vinyasa flow. Roll the shoulders back. Cobra or up dog. Lift. Extend through the belly. Hands are under. Tuck. Here we go. Favorite move. Tuck, tuck, push. Go. Very nice. Toes. Let's come up. Left leg lifts nice and high, and we step it through. Last bit of work here, team. Coming up, nice strong whip through your hips, and then we come to Crescent Lunge. Left, dropping through. Right hand drops, and that rotation. Good, and then switch hands. And the top hand comes down. Pivot your back foot so you've got lots of balance and the open. Bring it in. Turn, step to the front, forward fold. Bring your hands down and gently step back. Find your wide knee child's pose and sink in. So that's our flowing series. Rotation to gaze over the other shoulder. And then take a breath in. And all the way down. Thank you for your energy this morning, girls. Namaste. Well done. Good work. So, if you enjoyed any of those practices, whichever one you decided to go for, please subscribe, like, and click the bell, hit the bell up here somewhere so that you're able to get notifications of when we post new routines and new information about yoga. Thank you for your energy. Om Namaste.